Hello, welcome to Tantanayala. Welcome to another general reading. Today's reading, we're going to dive into a love situation. Please keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Okay? So we have pile 1, pile 2, and pile number 3. I invite you now to take a second, pause this video, and see which pile you are most drawn to. We're going to begin with pile number 1. Let's see what is your love reading. What's the love situation in your life in terms of relationships? Could be romantic, could be not. Let's just see what's going on in terms of love. All right. So we have the Queen of Cups, the Four of Cups, and let's see the last one, the Empress. Okay. So let me just take a second. All right. I'm getting multiple different things, which makes sense because this is a general reading. So it's going to be multiple messages that are coming through. All right. So the first thing that I'm getting is that whoever this person that you're with or were with, or whatever the situation is, it's seeing like you were or are with this person, and they have had a lot of toxic behaviors, addictions, because you see here, this man is holding onto the bottle. He's drunk. And he has a 3 cups here, which this siren, this is a mermaid deck, so this would be a siren, is trying to offer him another cup. However, it doesn't necessarily mean the cups are good. So there's some sort of this person that has to get, well, I was going to say get low, so that's interesting. They have to, I feel like there's a big ego problem with this person. And you really do love them. Queen of Cups energy is the counterpart who is very emotionally attuned, while this person is trying not to feel their emotions. Another message that I'm getting is that this person has a big mother wound. So sometimes the Queen of Cups is a very wise older woman. She has this cup where she's nurtured by, if you see, the cup is all that wonderful universal galactic energies flowing around her. And it's, the counterpart could be yourself, or maybe you're the person who's stuck in these behaviors. So the biggest message here, there has to be a concentration on moving past toxic behaviors and coming to terms with it. Because if you see here in the card, this man is not happy. He's very sad. So maybe, this person is mourning the loss of somebody, maybe his mother or her mother, or, their mother, whoever it is. Maybe the loss of a mother. There's a mother wound, addiction to something. Now we have the Empress here. So usually in a love reading, it's talking about pregnancy, because the Empress is very fertile. You see here she has a belly in this card, so she is pregnant with something. So it could be that somebody's pregnant in this situation, or about to find out they're pregnant. And so there's a lot that has to be worked on while this process goes. If not, don't be alarmed. Doesn't mean you are pregnant. The Empress also talks about the birth of something new. So another way to look at this is whatever the situation is, because there's definitely something regarding a toxic pattern or addiction. There's a new birth trying to come in, a renewal of energy of sorts, of renewal of spirit. But it really does come down to choices. So if we choose to maintain where we are, how we are, then we'll never evolve and get to this birth of a new person or idea. For some people, like I said, there could be some sort of pregnancy situation, and this person is still not willing to change, even though they know what's going on. There's a birth of a child potentially, and they're still stuck in the same behavior. So, another thing that I'm getting is for some people, there's almost like a clash between the partner and the person's mother between it. Okay, like Family Feud vibes is what I'm getting. Like the mother doesn't want the guy or the person or the girl to be with the other person, and so that the person in the middle is caught in the middle is just depending on substances because they're trying not to feel. Or whatever. It doesn't have to be substances or alcoholism or any of that. It could be just something like shutting out, shutting down, becoming cold. But there's definitely the underlying message that I'm getting for pile one is that there is something that must be fixed before either you birth a new relationship or fix the current relationship. But there's something talking about there's something. And mind you, we are all always collectively always healing, always getting better, always evolving if you choose the path to evolve anyways. So it's a never-ending journey. But what this pile is speaking, you see, and I don't know if you hear that, but in the background, we have a lot of stray cats in this neighborhood, and in the background there was two cats just fighting, like going round. So there's something here where some people, there may be a fight or something. Like there's a lot. Sometimes when I'm doing these readings and things happen outside of my control, I take it as light little signs because it's very coincidental, but not really because, that's how the universe works. But anyways, yes, as I was saying that there was two cats fighting outside. I don't know if the camera picked that up. But you have to take a breath and you have to analyze the situation that you're in. If you are not in a relationship, then this is talking about something within yourself, maybe a mother wound that it's preventing you from birthing a new love for yourself even. This could talk about, because love readings don't have to be about relationships. They can also be about yourself. So you're healing something with the mother wound and then you're tapping into that Empress energy. Because sometimes when we have a mother wound, we harden up. We try to numb. And we try to lean into a masculine energy, but not a divine masculine, because a divine masculine doesn't shut out. Remember that. So trying to lean on that just rough energy, that, quote unquote masculine energy. It's not divine masculine though, because divine masculine does not shut out their emotions. But they are more external and out, like vocal about it in a very peaceful way. So don't get those two confused. But the oracle card that I'm gonna pick for today is from my Divine Feminine deck. Okay, because I just intuitively felt there's when it comes to the love word right now, we really need to tap into the divine feminine, that feminine energy. So let's see what you got. Wow. Catherine Labor, the patroness of miraculous healing. I am ready to heal. I am worthy of miracles meant for me. See, I don't preemptively pick these cards. I shuffle, I gather them, and then I read them. That's exactly. So how they come out is how they come out. So that's very interesting. It's tapping. And again, we have an older woman here. And she's pointing to the Virgin Mary, or if you're from Cuba or Hispanic, you could, the patroness of Cuba, La Caridad del Cobre, which is, their Lady of Charity. But it's a lot of healing going on for this pile. I think that whether you're in a relationship or not, it's a call for you to heal deeper and really pay attention to what are those things that you keep running to that you notice is a pattern. Because if you see here, there's several of these cups he's been taking, several of these bottles. And another way to look at this is, you keep getting offered opportunities with the gold cups, but you choose your behavioral patterns that are preventing you from moving forward. So, don't be ashamed of going to therapy. I'm getting that for some people. Some people are, you don't have to tell the world that you're going to go see a counselor. You could keep it to yourself. But definitely there's something here that must be paid attention to. Okay. If you want a deeper dive into anything, please feel free to book a personal reading because these are general readings. All right. So thank you for stopping by. I hope some of it resonated. If not, that's okay. And I'll see you in the next reading. I'm going to move on to pile number 2 now. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. Let's see what's going on. Welcome to your pile. Please take a deep breath. And we're going to dissect what cards fell out for you. And see what's going on. Remember, the love reading doesn't necessarily have to mean a relationship. It could be your personal self-love or friendships. Let's see. Okay. So we have the 6 of Swords. Okay, you can see that clearly. He's riding on 6 swords and going down the snow, I believe. The snow with a seal. Then you have the Page of, if I can pick it up, the Page of Wands, okay, and the 10 of Pentacles. Okay. So, does somebody have a sugar daddy in this pile? I'm sorry. Listen, when I read cards, whatever comes to me is what comes to me. I feel like somebody, okay, hold up. Let me sit with this for a second. All right, multiple meanings again. Every pile I'll get multiple meanings because there's multiple people clicking on this video. The first thing that I got is, does somebody have someone who takes care of them financially? That's interesting. Because if you notice here, the man is, he's not you could say he's kind of young, maybe like late 20s, something like that. And the Page of Wands, the girl is, for the sake of the reading, let's just say around 20, but she looks a little younger. But this is a tarot card. I don't really know what's going on here in terms of ages, but this person is definitely younger and this person is older. So one message that I'm getting is that this person is older than you. A little bit wiser. You're more of a creative, younger, fresher energy that I'm picking up on with the 10 of Pentacles here. So, this is very interesting. So whatever the situation is, I feel like the connection with this person, it is, I don't see, the thing is, I'm not picking up much love. Like I am getting some sort of care for one another. It's like an understanding. And together you kind of join hands and take care of business. That's what I'm getting. So it's like, it could be the beginning of a relationship, maybe, is what I'm getting. Or even a partnership, and you have love for them. You're not necessarily in love with them. But whatever this is, this communion here provides a lot. So it goes both ways, actually, because you provide the passion. One person provides the passion. The other person provides the movement, which is what you need to create any successful venture. So I see here there's some sort of like charity work going on, or something to do with catering, and you do it with this person. You could be in business with a loved one. But overall, the overarching message that I'm getting is that this union is bringing a lot of fruits forward, a lot of fruits of your labor forward. So it's a little bit of a, I'm not getting, it's very fresh. It's very, I keep getting that feeling of very new, very fresh, and very collaborative. So it almost feels like a business partnership more than anything love related. That's one message that I'm getting. The second message that I'm getting is moving into a new way of looking at light in your life, a new way of looking at love in your life, and having love for those around you and sharing. So again, love readings don't necessarily have to be relationships, but another message here is you're seeing new ways of giving back and having love for your community, for your family, chosen or not, or not chosen. Chosen or not chosen family, because some people, just because they're your chosen family by blood doesn't mean that things pan out that way, which is fine, because such is life. But this is the second message that I'm getting. It's this renewed love for love, almost like you're redefining what love means to you. This is the period of time that you're in where you're looking at love in a new way, and you're seeing love in everything around you, which is essentially very godly, to be able to connect, whatever you believe, but essentially to be able to connect those pieces and feel in communion with others is very beautiful. And I see that energy here for the second meaning of this spread. Oh, wow. That's very deep. Very beautiful. So keep on keeping on. I don't know why I wanted to say that, but I really wanted to say that. I think that pile 2, you're either joining with someone who you'll be able to build with, or you already have, or if you're not even in a relationship, you are beginning to see love in a different way, and you're understanding that love doesn't necessarily have to be a relationship. And you're also understanding that when you begin to see love around you, you begin to receive more love. Wow. Very deep, very meaningful. That's incredible, pile 2. Let's see what your oracle, this is from the Divine Feminine deck. Let's see what your oracle card says. Layla, the saints of spoken words. Every word I say becomes a prayer. I am the author of my own story. Yeah, it's very much, pile 2 is very much giving me manifesting vibes right now, especially when it comes to love. So maybe some of you are trying to manifest love, but you're realizing that in order to manifest love, you have to be love. So, because how can you manifest something that you don't believe you are, or you don't believe you have? That's where the words I am come into play. It's not I think or I'd love it to. No, I am, I have. And that's what I think this oracle card is talking about. That everything, our words hold vibrations. What we say matters. Everything has a frequency to it. So, I mean, that's all that I'm getting for you. I think that's absolutely beautiful. And I congratulate you for giving yourself space to learn. Operating in a frequency of love doesn't mean that we don't see the dark side of things. And it also actually makes us feel deeper. So even the negative things, we feel them deeper of what we see around us is deeper. But maintaining in that energy while you bear witness is a very beautiful thing. So I commend you on that, pile number 2. If you would like a personal reading because this is very general, of course, that's why I have to, all the meanings that I get is very general, and I have to say them because many people, or, well, not many, because my child isn't, my child. That's interesting. In pile 2, somebody might have children. This is very, very interesting. Okay, the last meaning that I didn't think I was going to get. That's very interesting. That's what happens when you're a tarot reader. Sometimes these meanings, I was about to wrap it up, but real quick, somebody might have a child or children. And there might be a missing, like a father who left, and the child is now trying to understand a lot of the things and maybe asking you or somebody a lot of questions. Um, okay, this is a little deep, but I'm going to say it anyways. If you notice here, this little boy, all of the people around him are women. So it could be that this child felt abandoned by a father figure and is now on a quest and asking these questions as to what is love. Or maybe it was you who had a father who was maybe non-existent, and now you're trying to navigate what love means. Maybe it has prevented you from getting close to anyone. But again, it's very much wow, this is very deep. It's very much giving, how do I want to experience love? And is that love what my parents went through? So it's digging very deep onto that possible dad wound that exists, and realizing that although that was present, that doesn't mean it's going to happen to you. I feel like for some people, pile two, you should have some deeper if you can, depending on the family situation, because sometimes it's deeper and sometimes you can't ask questions. But if you can, asking questions about the situation to get clarity. But I feel like there's some sort of family members that are very supportive in that situation, if that's your particular situation. So maybe ask some questions. Very interesting. See, that came at the end. Again, this is what I was gonna say. If you want a deeper personal reading, my email's in my bio. Because again, these are very general readings that I'm picking up. Of course, everyone's situation is different and very, the specifics are very different. So feel free to shoot me an email. Thank you for stopping by, and I will see you in the next reading. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your pick a card. Let's see what's going on. Ooh. 2 of Swords. 2 of Cups. Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Wow. All right. There's a lot going on here. So for pile number 3, 2 of Swords is obviously, if you can't tell, in this tarot deck, is very combative. It's a situation that we don't know, we're not sure of. They are obviously fighting with one another, but they're kind of smiling. So it's like almost a friendly competition, kind of, not really. And then we have the 2 of Cups there. And the Wheel of Fortune, which is very lucky. So right off the bat, one of the things I'm getting is number 1 is this person could have been fighting for you. Maybe it was a 2-party situation, 3-party situation with yourself involved, or one person involved, and you were fighting, or you were the one being fought for, because there was another party trying to interrupt the union here, to put it nicely. And so some things had to go down. All right. I do not condone fighting. I'm just saying this is what came up. Another meaning that I'm getting is that there were a lot of turbulent times in this union, and now you are moving into a more peaceful time, a more meeting of the mind, so to speak. And there's a lot of luck in this union coming up. So that just goes to say, whatever hardships or whatever difficulties are happening in this relationship, just know that this too shall pass. It's very easy for, when anyone is in a relationship and something bad happens, to just kind of freak out and just think the worst, especially if you're an overthinker. But a lot of the times what needs to happen is a very calm offering of compassion. and understanding. Granted that hopefully both parties are able to do that and able to put aside their egos and fighting to come to a place of peace and discussion. All right. Another thing that I'm getting is that for some people, you might have been at odds with yourself. You might have been at a place where you don't know if this relationship is good for you. You don't know, or you don't know if this potential relationship will be good for you. But this is just a little confirmation to say the Wheel of Fortune is generally very positive, and it's lucky. So there is definitely a positive, this is probably the most positive out of the piles. If I say so myself. I mean, generally everything is positive it just depends how you look at it. But this, the meanings that I'm getting are a little bit lighter. So, but I don't know what it is. I have this song in my head as I'm just reflecting on your cards. The song goes like, "Take my breath away." Yeah, so there is you might be meeting a person that just sweeps you off your feet completely. And so sometimes we have a hard time being loved. Especially if we come from a place of a lot of trauma, we have a very hard time accepting love. Please accept love. All relationships on this planet are here to teach us something. We don't really learn on our own. We learn through each other. I mean, yes, we learn on our own, but really we learn through each other, through experiences and community. So don't be afraid of learning. Don't be afraid of, like I keep getting like being too perfect. Like you just want to be the perfect person. You're always going to be evolving, getting better, being a better version of yourself, or so you should. So perfect is really an illusion because we're always changing. We're always trying to get better each time, each year, each day, each half hour, maybe. I don't know. So don't be so hard on yourself and allow yourself grace to come together with someone. First, for another I was gonna say another person. For maybe you just left a toxic relationship and now it's like somebody came right after, so you're like, oh my gosh, I just got over something, and now this could probably be the worst. Not necessarily. That's not the vibe I'm feeling here. Again, these are very general readings, so if you want a deeper personal reading, you should book and email me. Link my emails in my bio. But generally, this relationship here in the middle is not going to be like this one. There's understanding, and sometimes you could sabotage it if you keep comparing. Don't compare your present circumstance to your past, because it's different situation, different circumstance, different person or people. That's it. Do not do that, because you will self-sabotage. So don't do that. It's a different person, it's a different situation. That's another meaning that I'm getting. First, others of you, I'm seeing that you were at odds with yourself. And so sometimes the Two of Cups can also represent coming together with yourself, balancing your divine feminine and masculine energies, therefore bringing you luck, especially in the love department. Because if we're talking about self-love, the Two of Swords is, you see this two men family of, wow. Two men family home. It could have came from that. And so maybe there was you saw a lot of fighting with two men in the home. And so you didn't know how to, because when we're growing up and whatever we see in the house will affect us. So if you saw a lot of fighting going on in your home and you grew up and then now could be in a good relationship, but maybe you've been having a hard time accepting that things are okay when they're calm. Just because something is calm doesn't mean something's going to come and mess it up. All right. So let's move on to your oracle card. Oh, wow. You got Kali, the mother of the universe. I release all that doesn't serve me. It's time to be the truth of who I am. You see, it's very much giving a little bit of the shadow side of things, and realizing that you too deserve love, either from a partner or from yourself. I mean, most importantly, should be from yourself, then a partner. But you know what I'm trying to say. So do not be afraid of shedding old beliefs, of shedding ways of being, of existing in your own body, of shedding ways of being and existing in a relationship. Because Wheel of Fortune is here, and it's talking about a positive change, a positive direction in your life, especially when it comes to love, self-love, all of that sort. Okay. Again, very general reading, very, very general. So if you want something specific and you'd like to know more, then email me. My email's in my bio description, and we can set something up. All right. So thank you very much for being here with me today as I read some general readings. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I was gonna try to say something cool, but there's nothing to say. Thank you for clicking on my video, and I'll see you in the next one.